Yes, kasi hindi na natin naiintindihan. Has been showing that a kind of posturing as if the 1987 Constitution is not there, as if the 1987 Constitution is not clear enough. Because for us, it's clear enough na once transmitted na yung articles of the impeachment to the Senate, yung start na ng proceedings. And what are they doing now? They attempted at first na yung de facto dismissal na inintroduce, minuved ni Senator Bato. And then, nagkaroon ng parang semi-Solomonic solution na pinopose ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano about that remand. You know, that remand to me, that is an ultra vires act. Yung hindi yan, I don't think kasama yan sa powers ng Senate as an impeachment court. Na, kaya ngayon, hindi na nga issue yan eh. To me, it's not an issue because remember, if you guys have went over the verified answer ad cautelam filed by the lawyers of VP Sara, they're also making an issue out of it, correct? Kasi sinasabi nila na wala pa nga yung kaso, wala pa yung articles of impeachment because precisely it was remanded. So, hindi pa kami obliged na to sumagot, and yet sumagot sila and presented actually denials and defenses. So, para sa akin, non-issue na yan. Kasi wala nga sa karapatan ng Senate as an impeachment court na gawin yung act na yan of remanding. But of course, we saw that the House of Representatives issued its own resolution yung tungkol nga sa certification. But then, para sa akin, yung issue na yan, hindi na dapat yan nagiging issue. Now, ano uli? Ito ngayon. Since there's a prayer for dismissal, and that's the very prayer of the verified answer ad cautelam. So, Senate, through the Senate President, if we go by the statements of the Senate President yesterday sa press con, mukhang meron na naman sila move or may plano to entertain such a prayer for dismissal instead of proceeding already dun sa pinaka-proper processes or phases or stages of the case, which is, since may verified answer, magre-reply na yung prosecution. They have 5 days to file a reply. Now, and then after that, kung ano pa yung next proceedings, like if they would summon VP Sara for the purpose of making a plea, some sort of a plea, whether guilty or not guilty. And then after that, yung pre-trial conference na dapat before the trial proper, so that an appropriate pre-trial order may be issued by the Senate as an impeachment court. So dun sana nila tinitingnan yan. Dun sila nagfo-focus yung next step rather than eto na naman, meron na naman silang proclivity or a tendency o naiisip na move na they will vote or they will consider, deliberate, and then vote on the prayer for dismissal na sabi ni SP Cheese would only require majority vote because it's just going to be a motion, so majority vote. So what is that? Bakit napaka evident nung pattern nila, especially si SP Cheese, na turning a blind eye to what exactly is being mandated by the 1987 Constitution. So that is my explanation. Hirap kasi nag-speculate ng mga real motives, because real motives is a state of mind, and we cannot possibly look into his state of mind, his mind. Ano ba talaga yung balak nila? What is all this? But hindi maiiwasan yung mga agam-agam na this is part of a plan. I don't know if this is coordinated. This is something that is consciously being made by the parties, meaning the defense, and then yung senators mismo as an impeachment court. Parang hindi ko maiwasan. I think I mentioned already in one interview that I could see that despite the confident posturing on the part of the camp of VP Sara, iba yung mga posturing nila, hindi sila takot dyan sa impeachment, and she even asking for bloodbath. Despite that, their real agenda is to really avoid trial, avoid presentation of the evidence at all costs. So they were going to try all tricks in the law books or in the trial books para lang iwas hanggat makakaisip sila ng strategy, hanggat makakaisip sila ng pleadings to be filed, hanggang makakaisip sila ng motions to be put forward either by the defense itself or by a senator judge. Yun talaga ang nila. Not to go to trial. Ayaw nila makita yung ebidensya. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to see through what's happening, to see through yung respective moves nila. Kaya nga masasabi ko na yung prosecution ngayon had to contend with two sides. Na, normally, ang defense, ang problema lang ng defense is, ang problema ng prosecution, yung defense, right? Yun ang talagang doon sila makiki-argue sa defense, doon talaga nila mag-oppose sila kung ano man yung mga questionable moves on the part of the defense, because it's supposed to be prosecution versus the defense. But this time around, at nakita natin yan sa mga asta, behavior, and the statements of some senator judges and also this perplexing actions of the Senate President, yung prosecution tuloy has now to contend with or to deal with two opposing parties. The defense on one hand and the impeachment court itself, meaning some of the senator judges. Madalas yan kinu-quote o ini-invoke, sinasite ng lawyers, ng constitutionalists. But it's not as easy as that. I don't think it is covered by that principle. No, if the Constitution does not prohibit it, then it is allowed. Kasi kailangan nakatutok lagi dun sa pinakamandato ng impeachment court. Doon sa accountability na this impeachment is a sui generis, na hindi ito yung basta-basta na lang susubukan ng lahat ng mga moves, ng mga procedural and procedural maneuverings and the technicality. Hindi dapat ganun because nakatuon lang yan sa, okay, people want to know the truth. There are many allegations, accusations against the Vice President. These are very serious charges. These are clearly impeachable offenses. So pwede ba? Huwag nyo namang subukan na sinusubukan nila kung ano mga strategy, mga moves and steps para masabotahe yan, para hindi matuloy yung trial. That is not what the Constitution has envisioned for the Senate as an impeachment court. If I were to choose between the two, it's clear to me that the House of Representatives has done its job. The House of Representatives alam kung yung nakasabi sa Constitution. Kaya nga, they also adopted the second mode. Diba? Yung fourth verified complaint by 1/3, more than 1/3 in fact, of the House of Representatives, sa House of Representatives. So, insofar as the House of Representatives is concerned, tapos na yung trabaho as a House. Now, they are now acting before the impeachment court. Yung personality nila before the impeachment court is via their deputies. And these are the members of the prosecution panel. So wala akong nakikita na paglabag man lang on the part of the House Representatives o yung hindi pagre-respeto sa Constitution on the part of the House of Representatives. Ang mas nakikita natin ay yung sa side ng Senate. Trying to play dumb and then also they're blind, sensitive, and not cognizant of the very essence of impeachment as envisioned by the 1987 Constitution.